Are you here with someone today? Are you mom? Come on up. You are mom.
I know,
Okay, thank you so much for coming.
absolutely.
Mr. Patrick, you're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge, on April 7th, 2025 in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a burglary of a motor vehicle call. The defendants were located and matched the description the complaining witness gave to the officers. The complaining witness stated defendants entered the vehicle and tried to steal it by breaking the ignition cover. The complaining witness stated her neighbor was leaving for work and it scared the defendants off. The defendants left a screwdriver in the motor vehicle. The complaining witness stated the ring camera caught the incident. Co-defendant was found to have 2 key fobs on his person, and both key fobs belonged to individuals. A screwdriver and gloves were found in the defendant's backpack, and a ski mask was found on the co-defendant's person. The defendant provided false information, and the defendant was eventually identified by mobile AFIS.
There's so many holes in this thing. I mean, how do we know it was him? Was he in the car? Where did they catch him? Did they go running after him? I mean,
Judge, if I can
it's a complete disjointed. Submitting now.
Judge, the law enforcement officers were dispatched and were given a description of 2 individuals by the complaining witness who had it on a ring camera of the individuals breaking into a vehicle. And
Do they see him? Does the report say that they saw Mr. Patrick?
just a description given, Judge. And then the law enforcement officers on dispatch located the 2 defendants nearby.
Does it say that there, or are you assuming?
To Burley, they advised the last direction of travel being east of the residence and northbound intersection of Maryland. After a brief search, both defendants were obtained on foot, matching the description provided by one complaining witness. The complainant advised that they made entry into a vehicle and advised they attempted to steal the vehicle by breaking the ignition cover. Due to a manufacturing flaw, upon exposing the ignition, the vehicle can be started without the ignition key. The complainant advised their neighbor directly across was leaving for work, and both defendants began to leave on foot when they heard noise. And then they found a screwdriver was found on the vehicle floorboard. The complainant advised that her doorbell camera captured the incident and provided a positive description of both suspects, both being males wearing dark hoodie sweaters, black pants, both slender in build and being tall, and the one being tall and short. After a pat-down search of the defendant, defendant 2 was found to have 2 key fobs stuck into his pants, and one fob belonged to a Dodge that was connected from another burglary of a motor vehicle. That was not the charge you'd be here, Judge.
Is Mr. Patrick defendant 1 or defendant 2?
He's defendant 1, Judge.
He doesn't have the key fob. It's the other gentleman.
That's correct, Judge.
He's the one that has the stuff in the backpack.
Just want to verify that, Judge. That's correct.
Patrick, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You live in Houston, dude. You don't live in another state. People like their guns and they like their cars. And when you mess with the wrong person, they're going to shoot your ass dead in a heartbeat to keep what's theirs. How many countless stories do you hear of someone running away from one of these types of situations? They get shot in the back. It's only a matter of time. Was this in the middle of the night?
It was early in the morning, Judge, around 6 a.m.
Patrick, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I am now going to put a whole host of conditions to make sure that you do not fall through the system or the cracks, because we don't need another statistic or we don't need another person dead. Do you understand me? The first is that you are not to hang around with the co-defendant in this case. You are not to use alcohol, illegal drugs, and I'm going to send you for a test right now because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system and you're to come right back. Do you understand? If you fail the test, if you fail to come back, it's not going to go well for you. I'm now also going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are at all times. One false move, you will stay with me. I need your help, Mom. I can't do this alone. You and me together, we can make this thing work. Tell me about it. What does he do? Is he in school now?
Well, I did assign him to school, so he do go to school, but
Okay.
I see high school.
Wonderful.
He did have sign up for a job, so he was looking for a job, so he do have a job.
What I was going to do is I was going to order him and only give him time so that he can go to school and then he goes back home. And then he stays at home, doesn't go anywhere else. I don't want him out in the middle of the night. You're not to be in possession of any weapons as well. If I find that you have any weapons, if I find that you pick up a new case, it's not going to go well for you. I will protect my city at all costs. I don't care what you are, how old you are, anything. Do you understand? We will work with you to make sure that everything works together. I'm going to pay for everything so you won't have to pay for anything. I'm going to give you a lawyer today. So we just need to know what schedule. Do you work?
I work Wednesday through Saturday.
And then you're out.
Then I'm off.
I mean, you're out like out working. My only fear is that when the cat's away, the mice will play. So that's why while you're at work, he stays at home. I'm going to test you like crazy to make sure that you're not using anything. Do you understand? You must stay in school full time. The GPS monitor will tell me where you are at all times. And if you leave school, try to skip class, I'm gonna skip your bond. Do you understand? Okay. Shoot.
So, just a couple of years on, so him that, don't have a country right now, because he's not going to work for him. So, yeah, I wish to,
Okay, so let me get your lawyer. We got to figure out a schedule because I don't want him out just hanging around and doing whatever. If he gets a job, then we can work with a schedule. But other than that, I probably just got to stay at home. You know, I don't want him out just screwing around because, you know, okay, we'll work together. You must listen to Mom. If Mom tells me that you start acting like a knucklehead, you will stay with me and you will earn your degree with me behind bars. Do you understand? If she tells you to jump, you ask how high. Do you understand, Mr. Patrick? Okay. All right, Mom. Please, and just hang tight and then we'll hook you up. Hey, who's teaching?
Judge Escamilla, he's here. He went for a drug test.
Come up, Miss Escamilla. I guess Roxanne's not here.
She said that. So she did tell me alcohol or THC.
He's still using. Unacceptable. I mean, it's been, I tested you once, you test positive, you tested again, you're still testing positive.
Judge, do we know the quantities and is it just THC? My client says he has not been smoking and I don't know how long it takes for it to come out of his system.
Case has been open since 2022. He's multiple times failed to appear. I've asked him to continually comply with bond conditions and you've continually over and over and over and over failed to comply. Now your case is 1,010 days old and you continue to test positive. Right now, you're going to jail. Goes with you. Unacceptable, Mr. Escamilla.
Your Honor, I've not been using.
Test says otherwise. And now at 1,000 days old, multiple tests, you stay with me.
Judge, and to be clear, I just got appointed last time. I haven't been on this case for 1,000 days.
You're
So,
not the first lawyer on this case.
I know, but
And at some point, we have to say when, but it's unacceptable that being 3 years old and now it's over and over.
I think the issue is, Judge, he smoked before the last appearance when he was brought in on the warrant, because he's brought in on a warrant on the new charge. And I think that's the issue. I truly
Even if
do.
it's
And so-
on the time,
I know, Judge, but just for me to advocate
I get it.
completely for my client,
I'm
I
never,
know he was on a warrant. I know that he was on bond for that first charge too, but I think it didn't really sink in until the second one. And I've been in contact with him. My staff's been in contact with him. He's trying this time. So what's the,
No,
all
and he's going in.
right, what's the new bond? I'm appointed judge.
I get it.
I know, so he can't, I
Tell
know,
him that we mean business.
I know, Judge, I'm just
First case is
advocating.
at 5,003, so I'll set that at 7,504 and then 5,001 on the failure to ID.
Say that again, Judge, I'm sorry. And that's my hearing issue.
So the failure to ID is set at 1,000.
Okay,
So on that one, I'm gonna do 5,001.
okay. And then the old case,
The old case is at 5,003, so I'll do 7,504.
7504. Thank you, Judge, I'll go talk to him.
So the agreement that you guys have worked out is both, he's got 4 open cases?
He has 4 open cases, Your Honor. The agreement that we worked out was, a time served on the failure to ID and the latest criminal trespassing. And they're dismissing a criminal trespassing and interfering with it.
Why, you need to understand something that you guys can work something out. I don't have to accept the deal. And I am extremely upset with you at this point because I ordered you to get a device. You did not get the device, did you?
I'm sorry, I thought I was actually calling. I didn't know where to get it from.
I told you to get the device. I ordered you to get the device. You did not do anything. And now you are here on a bond violation, not to mention 4 open cases. And now you want me to just take a proverbial slap on the wrist? No. You need to understand, Mr. Musadaki, that actions have consequences. And
Yes, sir.
you not only picked up 4 cases,
I brought my dad here. He's here. Can you come up?
your dad has nothing to do with this and will not save you from this. You have 4 cases and you fail to over and over and over to comply with bond conditions. I will not accept this agreement and I'm now revoking your bond and you will go to jail. Goes with you. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. You need to learn that actions have
I called. I've been working.
You today go to jail.
Yeah, can we get a trial setting for Mr. Musaddiq?
100%. Happy to do it. But, you know, the 4 cases, I ordered him to get a GPS, just they didn't even get it. It's like at what point do we say when? We continually just, Ms. Mendoza, you're charged with assault, bodily injury, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable, that remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 16th, 2024, Harris County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to 514 Salma Court in Harris County, Texas, for an assault call. The complaining witness reported that her ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend, the defendant, assaulted her. The complaining witness got an email from her ex asking her to meet at his workplace in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness arrived, and as she was getting out of her vehicle, the defendant ran up to her and started grabbing the complaining witness by the hair and punching her, causing her pain. The complaining witness was trying to clarify that her ex contacted her, but the defendant continued to strike the complaining witness and reportedly tried to gouge her eyes out. The complaining witness's ex-boyfriend was a witness and pulled the defendant off of the complaining witness. The defendant was trying to contact more people to show up and also assault the complaining witness.
Any alcohol or anything like that play a factor in it?
There's no indication of that, and I've spoke to the complaining witness and it didn't seem so either.
We have a prior assault from 2 years ago, give or take. Any of these same parties alleged in this prior assault?
Different witnesses, judge, and complainants.
Okay, Ms. Mendoza, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of any weapons. You're also not allowed to have contact with the other witness in this case as well. If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. I will protect my county at all costs. Do you understand?
Yes, but
I'm not gonna, this is not a negotiation. I'm ordering you not to have any contact with either of these people. Do you understand?
yes, it's just that he's my husband though, the witness.
How old are you, ma'am?
I'm 25.
You have the ability to hire a lawyer.
No.
I can have you fill out an application. I'll take a look to see whether you're qualifying. I need to know everything about you, ma'am. I need to know how much money you make, how much money you have coming in, money in the bank, cars, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and then we'll take a look to see whether you qualify. He's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. We'll have you take your seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions created. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. All right, Deputy Miranda will give you the application.
While the defendants are, can I express some of the concerns from the complaining witness?
Okay, hold on, ma'am.
I just want to make the court aware of everything that's going on. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, of course.
I spoke to her yesterday and she told me that the defendant's family contacts her regularly and that the defendant contacted the complaining witness trying to get her to sign an affidavit of non-prosecution. And it's, I believe it's the defendant's boyfriend's mother that's been contacting her is one of her concerns. And she states that she's been threatened civil legal action if she doesn't drop this lawsuit. And the defendant's boyfriend's mom, she relayed to me, actually reached back out to her while I was on the phone with her yesterday and was attempting to contact her. And she wanted me to get with her after this court date.
You are not allowed to have any contact, and I don't want to hear that any other parties are trying to make contact with the complaining witness. If I find that they do, it is you that will be in jail at a very high bond. Do you understand? So reach out to the complaining witness, let them know if they hear anything else from any other persons, then we'll bring them back and then we'll take care of it.
Judge, thank you.
Okay. Please, and then if you can file all those conditions.
Yes, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Gutierrez. So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
It's highlighted for
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 28th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a crash and made contact with the defendant and noticed a moderate odor of alcoholic beverage and red watery eyes. The wheel witness stated that he was inside of his house when he heard a loud bang outside and went out to see a vehicle trying to reverse out of his driveway with the defendant in the driver's seat. The defendant backed into the ditch and the wheel witness told the defendant to stop. The defendant hit the wheel witness's vehicle and a second complaining witness's vehicle. A law enforcement officer arrived and the defendant stated he had been drinking throughout the day. The defendant admitted to hitting both vehicles. A law enforcement officer found an empty beer can on the driver's side floorboard. The defendant was transported to the Joint Processing Center for standard field sobriety tests. A 4 out of 6 was recorded on the HGN, a 4 out of 8 on the walk and turn, and a 4 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The defendant consented to providing a breath specimen and blew a .094 and a .103.
Okay. Any prior to WIs?
No, Your Honor.
License?
I do not have any data populating for the license field.
He does not have a driver license.
Mr. Gutierrez, number one, I'm going to find there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Number two, you're not allowed to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Number three, you'll be signing an affidavit with me today. Everything I said to the other gentleman applies to you. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. You do not drive. This is an affidavit that you're signing with me, promising me you're not going to drive. If you do, I can have a contempt hearing, and every time you drive, it's an offense in and of itself, punishable by an additional 6 months in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Nothing in this life can you justify getting into a car and driving. Nothing. I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I'm going to get you to Victoria. We will have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Roxanne for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Ernesto. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games, if you pick up a new case, if you become a danger to my city, I will issue a warrant, put you in jail, no more PR bonds. Do you understand?
I understand, sir.
All right, come on. Good morning, Mr. Oliver. So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
I apologize, Judge. Can I get the name?
Oliver is the last name.
On April 30th, 2025, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to assist an officer on Barker Cypress Road in Harris County, Texas. Another law enforcement officer stated that he observed a motor vehicle make a U-turn and spin its tires. The law enforcement officer followed the motor vehicle into the roadway and observed the motor vehicle to fail to stop at a designated stopping point at an intersection. The law enforcement officer conducted a traffic stop and observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from the defendant's breath and person and red glossy eyes. The other law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, and the defendant stated he consumed one alcoholic beverage at a hookah lounge called Golden Cadillac. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was recorded on the HGN, a 5 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 1 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The defendant refused to provide a breath specimen. A blood warrant was signed and executed.
Ready to be honest?
No prior DWIs, Judge.
Sure. Can you run a full NCIC, please?
Sorry.
Have you run a full NCIC?
I'll run a fresh one, but from what we have here, I'll run a fresh one right now, Your Honor.
Any like reckless drivings, obstructions of a highway, like a reduction
It's just,
and license?
no, Your Honor, we have a couple previous charges, but nothing related to
Got
that.
it. Okay. License?
License status. It's Your Honor.
Mr. Oliver, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I am ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, that includes marijuana, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, no more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
License is eligible, Your Honor.
Okay, you are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name as well. If you do not have car insurance, you are not allowed to drive, and that is a condition as well. You have the ability to hire a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
If we're going to give you time, I will have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. After that, you'll get with Roxanne for your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. Don't pick up any new cases, Mr. Oliver. Don't be a danger to my community. It will not go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come on. Good morning, Mr. Ratcliffe. Sir, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On April 28th, 2025, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to an assault call in Harris County, Texas. Law enforcement officer made contact with the complaining witness who stated she was assaulted by Jamar, the defendant, and a known Bloods gang member at a local food mart. The complaining witness stated she had a verbal altercation with the defendant, which escalated when the defendant threw a drink bottle inside of the complaining witness's motor vehicle. The complaining witness was seated with the door open and one leg out of her vehicle. The complaining witness stated she was going to call 911 when the defendant closed her car door on this complaining witness's leg, causing pain. The complaining witness then exited the vehicle, and the defendant began to assault her with closed fists. The complaining witness sustained a broken nose and laceration above her eye, requiring 5 stitches. The law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, identified by his Texas driver's license, and the defendant stated the complaining witness struck him first. The law enforcement officer observed the defendant to have a black eye, and law enforcement officers note that he did not find the defendant credible regarding.
Did you say that he had a black eye?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Ratcliffe, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person whatsoever for any reason. Do you understand?
Sir.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons as well. If I find that you violate these conditions, If I find that you're a danger to my community, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you, sir. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna give you time. I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. Once you sign that, you'll be free to go.